So the character is right now 65, which is I've been doing. What have I been doing? I've been doing 2 maps, I think, 2 tier 1 maps now, just blue maps, and it's going so well that I thought I would do a before and after video. So this will be the before video. Right now I'm using. I'm still using a gold rim. I'm using the shield that I bought for, what was it, 1 chaos or 1 elk, I cannot remember. Then I'm using the blood dance boots I bought for 5 chaos. I do have the labyrinth completed on normal and cruel, giving me the Inquisitor ascendancy. I'll talk a little bit about that later. I have the belt I bought for 1 elk. These that I bought from Kadiro at some point for like 1k coins, I think. This one I bought for 1 chaos. The rings is something I found. I bought this one from Kadiro and crafted some life on it. Yeah, everything else is pretty much stuff I found. I crafted all the flasks. Not that they have the ideal stats or anything, but this is how I usually like to have my flasks when I'm leveling. I had a Carcass Jack, which I bought for another character, and I wanted to 6-link it, so it's just been sitting in my stash. So I decided to throw a few fusings on it. I had 15 and it 5-linked in 12 or something, so I'm using that right now instead of what is called tabula rasa. I am losing out on the faster attacks gem, but that's okay. That was basically just for leveling anyways. I am considering using slow projectiles if I ever 6-link this, or something else. Right now I am, so you can see my crit multiplier is 100% because I cannot. If I crit, I don't do any additional damage. I have elemental overload on the passive tree, which does give me a 40% more multiplier to elemental damage for 8 seconds whenever it triggers. I have 24% crit chance with this current setup, which is not a lot. I just started moving into crits, so I will be getting a lot more crit later. What else? Yeah, you can see the tooltip for this. I do have. I helped Creighton on Merciless, so I got the extra frenzy charge from him. So I am at 4 frenzy charges in total right now. I'm also at 3 power charges. I will be getting at least 2 on the tree. So, but that will also happen later. Right now I don't even run a curse on hit to like generate the friend or the power charges. The same, I don't run a cast on damage taken setup or anything. I'm purely just getting some experience here, and I still feel that it's quite safe to do so. So I will like the build this right now. I don't have my resistance capped. You need 135, I believe, in your hideout to have a cap on Merciless. So my cold resistance is not capped. Doesn't matter too much though. So I will run this crypt map unidentified. Hopefully it's not elemental reflect. If it is, I am definitely going to die. The ascendancy, of course, I chose to get this one first. It's so insane. It's mind-blowing that you can ignore elemental resistances. For the rest, I haven't really done anything with the tree yet. I wanted to get as much reduced mana as possible since I am going to be life-based. I also want to get the reduced mana here and the reduced mana down here to possibly run with an Alpha Sow and then Anger as well as Wrath and Herald of Ice, hopefully. If that doesn't work out, I will just run with Herald of Thunder instead of Anger. Right now, I I kind of went for this, but since I don't really have a crit multiplier, it doesn't really matter since I have elemental overload. So I went up here and kind of stopped. I also don't have a way to generate power charges, so yeah. Which is also the reason I haven't taken this, and I haven't taken this over here, which I want to. Another thing, I also want to take the jewels at some point. I just don't have any good jewels, so it kind of feels like waste. I want to move into Sniper, and I want to get Blood Drinker and this Frenzy Charge. Maybe? Not sold on that yet. I want to get Melting Cluster. I want to get Harrier. I want to get Hired Killer, and I want to get True Strike. And maybe Valpact, depending on a lot of things. I am considering going down this way actually, instead of going through over here, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Still have a lot of things to figure out, especially this pathing over here is kind of bad. But I have Elemental Overload right now, which means that it's the best pathing for me, but later it could change dramatically. And the same with the pathing over here. I'm not sold on having this whole radius cluster. I am thinking about taking this node out and then just taking this one instead, because this is more damage. This one doesn't really do that much, I believe. Also, I'm thinking about taking this node instead of this node, but that would mean, because I want this overcharge, maybe I don't want that, but we'll see. Also, I don't have easy access to this jewel sucker dam, so a lot of things to think about. I am considering, not Deep Thoughts, but I am considering Soul Siphon here, just because mana is a real problem for me. I need to run a mana potion. But let's try the map here. Let's kill stuff. Yeah. I am still using the Lightning Golem for a few reasons. One, I'd never played with it before because it's pretty new. Two, it's really nice to have that extra attack speed while you're leveling, because it doesn't feel so painful to actually play your character now. But as you can see, this was not Elemental Reflect, or I would have been dead there. But as you can see, it's doing pretty well. I mean, 8.6k damage with 4 Frenzy Charges and Elemental Overload. It's more than enough to like destroy these packs here. Which is, I mean, it's pretty decent for a build that, oh my goodness, for a build that doesn't really cost too much. I mean, if you ran with, the Carcass Jack is by far the most expensive item here, but if you take the Tabula Rasa instead, you do a lot more damage, you only lose some of the life and resist really. So yeah. I just wanted to get the extra defenses. Since dying in Merciless costs 10% experience, I am playing softcore, and that is Elemental Reflect, and it's not doing too much. Of course, the amount of reflection does increase as you increase in the map brackets, I guess. I was about to say tiers, but that's not really true. So I'm going to call the different colors maps for tiers, or for brackets, sorry. But as you can see, it's doing pretty well. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with this. I actually expected a lot less. But this is like, this is decent. I mean, I don't mind this. I can play with this. And it's really fun as well, which is great bonus. And it's, I mean, it's destroying, oh, a Diamond Shrine really. So I have, so now every single monster I hit, I will ignore resistance, so it's kind of skewed now. But so don't think a lot will survive my attacks now, but that's fine. I mean, the build is great. The only like difficulty it has can be against very tanky bosses in open areas. So I just did the Catacombs map which is also a tier 1 map. And the boss there is, I have no idea what she's called, but she is a lady casting Firestorm, and she's standing in the middle of a big round room, and there are no walls close by, so she's kind of in the middle. So I have to use Frost Wall, which I have in the build, to kind of make a wall, so my projectiles or the kinetic blast will explode around her and not just hit the walls behind her far away. So yeah, that's one thing that the build doesn't really tackle very well. I knew that would be an issue before I did this, but bosses in Path of Exile is not really what you find most of in maps. I mean, most maps have 1, and some maps have 2, and some maps have 3, but apart from that, maybe double bosses and stuff. I mean, it's not like it takes forever. As you can see, the damage is already pretty good. So let's see against this boss. So you can see when he's standing in the middle of nowhere, damage is not that great. But if I just like come to a wall, oh god. So if we just stand here, damage should it's somewhat better. It's a lot better if we go to a wall like this, because everything kind of clusters the same place. And you can actually use Frost Wall to move mobs, so if you do like this, and just keep casting it, you can actually move monsters. So that's one thing you can do. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show what the build does now, and then I will make a video later showing what the build is doing then. And this is after 15.5 hours played. So yeah, I hope to, or I don't hope to, I will make a follow-up guide, and hopefully that will show that the build has progressed even more.